Hello guys, so today I'm going to be doing a really quick Q&A. The last time I did one was like last year, over 6 months ago. So I thought it'd be fun to do another one because you guys just keep growing. So yeah, on Instagram and on YouTube community tab, I just asked you guys to ask me some questions for a video. And before we get started, I was actually guested in a really special podcast called the Disruptive podcast, and if you guys are into anime, I highly recommend checking it out. If you're not into anime but kind of want to get into it, check it out as well because you might learn a lot of stuff. Spencer, which is the main host of the podcast, isn't really into anime, so he was kind of like learning a lot about it from Robin and I, which is he's the co-host and one of my buddies. I love him. I had a really fun time being in the podcast and it was a good experience, so I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. I'll leave it in the description below, the link, or you can just go over to Spotify and search up the Disruptive podcast at episode 15, I believe. But yeah, that is our podcast episode. So yeah, let's start. What's your biggest accomplishment and what do you want to accomplish? So my biggest accomplishment, honestly, I was literally never good at school. I was always getting C's, B's. If I got a B, I was happy. A's in art and gym, literally that's it. And then everything else was like C's and B's. Like, I was never a good student. I hated school. But then I moved from Scarborough in 2016. So that's when like my life changed, blah, blah, blah. I was determined for grade 11, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to actually do good. You have more options and like they're more lenient with what courses you take when you're in grade 11 and 12. And in grade 11 and 12, I made sure to take courses that I actually enjoyed. I did take like math, English, science, and I did enjoy those, like the specific courses I took, like environmental, I took college bio, I took mixed math, and then I did like university English for both years. I also did obviously take the art courses that I like. Guys, like that was the first time in my life to get straight A's both years. Oh my god, guys, like that was like my biggest accomplishment in my life. Like no one's gonna be like, wow, you got freaking straight A's. Like, I don't know, to me it was a big accomplishment because someone coming from always getting C's, being happy I got a freaking B. In grade 11, 12, I got straight A's, made honor roll. I got Ontario Scholar in graduation, and the media arts certificate at graduation. So, ha 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 ha. I felt so proud of myself. That was like my biggest accomplishment, I think, so far in my life. I guess also reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, getting monetized was also a big accomplishment, but I feel like personally, in the long run, getting straight A's for two freaking years straight was just something I've never thought I would be able to do. So, next question. What's your favorite anime? My favorite anime is Inuyasha because nostalgic reasons and like personal reasons. It's like something that I really grew up watching. It's like a safe place for me. It's like a place where if I'm like sad, I would just rewatch it and I feel better. You know? Rewatch some episodes, feel better. I guess like modern wise, I don't know really. I don't know. Actually, right now, I'm really liking Bungo Stray Dogs. I have a few things to say about the show. Of course, it's not perfect in my opinion, but like I really enjoy it. I love it a lot. I recommend. Are you still into K-pop? Yes, I'm still into K-pop. I'm not like that invested in it anymore. I started liking K-pop back late 2016. By the way, the first group I got into was Twice, surprisingly. The toxic side of the fandom kind of ruined K-pop for me. Like, I don't hate it, but it's just like the toxicity of how mean people can get to each other. These idols are just dancing, performing for y'all, and then y'all are fighting over each other. Like, I don't know, that's my take on it. Obviously, there's always like the positive stuff, like BTS donating like 1 million to Black Lives Matter charities, and then ARMY matched it and raised over $1 million. So in total, ARMY with BTS raised over $2 million for Black Lives Matter. Like stuff like that, that make me really proud to be into K-pop, and like there's a lot of negativity and it just makes me really sad and I don't like the energy at all. You know? I'm still like following like the comebacks and stuff like that, but I'm just like not as invested into the fandom as I was back then, unfortunately. Next question. Who's your favorite anime character? My favorite, I don't know, my all-time favorite character, I don't know, honestly. Right now it's Dazai from Bungo Stray Dogs. He's my favorite. Like, I love him a lot. I don't know. My favorite anime character. actor. I'm not sure. I don't know, it's hard to choose one, you know, out of like all the shows that I've watched, because I watched a lot, but I can choose one from each show, but like one out of everyone, like I don't know. Next question. My friend said, am I hot? Are you hot? Let's see. Yeah, the weather outside is really hot, so you're probably hot. I recommend wearing a nice like t-shirt, maybe some shorts, hydrate, and you will become cooler. Next question. What uni do you go to, and if you're okay with naming it? So after I graduated high school back in 2018, I actually went to this university called OCAD University. Not to flex or anything, but it is basically like the biggest art school in Canada. Like if you ever go downtown Toronto and you see this weird ass building, it's like freaking cube with like black dots and it's on stilts, like paintbrush stilts. That was my school. I only went there for one semester, but then I realized the school wasn't really for me. I don't know, I'm picky, so yeah. But then after that, in the end of 2019, I attended Seneca College. Yeah, I really liked Seneca. Just saying I went to OCAD is a big flex in my life, but it's kind of sad that I left, but it's okay. It happens, things happen, you know. Next question. What's the worst anime you've ever watched? The worst anime I watched. I was gonna say Boku no Pico, but I'm joking. I didn't watch it. The worst anime I've watched is probably Scum's Wish. I wasn't really a big fan of that one. It's an ecchi anime, which is like you can search up what that is. At the time, I didn't really know that it was an ecchi. I just thought it was a romance, and I just was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. I didn't really like the story that much. It wasn't really for me. It's sad. A lot of people said it's really realistic, which I guess I could see that, but for me, it's like I go to anime for escapism. I'm not there really for realistic stuff. I mean, it's cool having realistic stuff to get at like a reality check-in to relate to it a lot, but I like stories that are not life, you know? Yeah? Next question. What are some of your favorite online shopping sites? Honestly, I don't really shop that much, to be honest. I don't really like buying things that much. Yeah. I like to pick stuff up every now and then, like anime stuff to put in my room to make me happy. I try to not buy too much things, but if I ever do buy stuff, it's Yes Style for clothes and stuff for hauls for you guys, and Amazon because everything's on there, Sephora or whatever, because I like to believe that I have what I need and I don't really need more stuff. Oh, actually, Hypeland. It's a black-owned business. They sell anime merch. A little pricey, but it's like legit stuff, so it's like really good quality too. I'll link it down in the description if you guys are interested. I bought like a sweater, a shirt, and joggers, and recently I also bought from their Black History Month collection because they're donating the proceeds to Black Lives Matter. So, next question. Ever had a crush like you back? Yes, I had a crush like me back. Way back then. I'm really single right now. I'm very single. I guess you could say back in like elementary school, those types of relationships I don't really count as a relationship because it's just like, oh, I like you, and then you like talk on freaking Hotmail Messenger. I don't know. The only like closest to a real relationship was back when I was in grade 10, and sorry, I'm shy about talking about this stuff. I'm single. Next question. What is your favorite childhood movie? I have multiple because back when I was younger, I watched a lot of freaking TV back then. Enchanted, that movie where like the princess goes into like the real world or whatever and then she falls in love with a human. I also really loved Mulan, Tarzan. I love Disney. I was like a huge Disney fan for a bit. We had so many Disney movies on VHS tapes, and then I feel old. Anime wise, I grew up watching Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind, Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, and then this is so random, but Inuyasha movie 3, most like specifically movie 3, because we had the first movie, the third movie, and the fourth movie on like a burnt CD maybe that a friend gave us back in the day. We used to always play the third movie like all the time because it was a good movie. Like, you guys should watch it. It's on Netflix. Next question. Have you ever watched Dororo? If you did, what are your thoughts? I did watch Dororo in the beginning of quarantine and I actually really loved it. Mappa did the animation. The animation was really great. It kind of was a little lacking towards the end. And there's like this one specific episode with this terrible animation. But apparently it was the same director as like the third episode of Gurren Lagann, which I thought was so funny because if you guys watched Gurren Lagann, the third episode was like, what is happening here? That was a funny episode. I really did like Dororo. A lot of people compare Dororo weirdly to freaking Demon Slayer, but they're so different. The only similar aspect to Dororo and Demon Slayer is that they're both demon slayers. They both slay demons. But in my opinion, if anything, Dororo has more similarities to Inuyasha than freaking Demon Slayer in my opinion. I really liked it. I was so sad at some point. It was so sad. I really enjoyed the story. Dororo is like my favorite. Like, she's so cute. Aniki! 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 Next question. Have you ever thought about making a webtoon comic? So back when I was in high school, I first started reading webtoons 2016 and I still read them to this day. Back when I was in grade 12, I was having like a life crisis because I didn't know what I was doing. Basically, like, graduation's coming and like you have to figure out what you want to do with your life. Basically, during that time I was like, I want to try everything and make a decision. So I did like animation, I did like graphic design work, a lot of videos and stuff like that. And then I also wanted to try like illustration. So I tried making webtoons for a bit and I basically did like a little slice of life thing, but it was like more for fun than something serious. And it was just like stories from my life. So you guys can go check it out. I'll leave it in the description below. There's only like a few episodes because I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this every week. And then like I skipped a week and then like I just stopped doing it because I got really busy. Next question. Zuko or Sokka? So, Zuko is a bae, like post-redemption. Sokka is more like a friend. Like, I feel like he would be like my best friend. I like that type of energy, you know? I like them both, basically. That's my answer. Next question. Are you famous or are you famous? I am me. That's who I am. Next question. How has your sense of style evolved since high school? Back in high school, I was really insecure. I went to Catholic school, so I had to wear a uniform a lot. So I didn't really have any clothes anyways. I mainly just wore like hoodies, jeans, basic shirts. I was really shy and insecure. I mean, I'm still shy, but like, I'm still insecure. But I was like super insecure. I would wear a shirt that is like a little bit outside of my comfort zone and I would have anxiety for the whole day. It was hard back then. That's why I always wore like hoodies and stuff like that. I don't know, I just felt like everyone would look at me and like judge me. Now it's like, I feel pretty in this. I want to wear it. Hahaha. I kind of had to transition from being shy and like anxious about what I'm wearing and how I look to feeling more confident. And it was like a really hard transition because I kind of just had to push myself because moving from high school to like university and stuff, like university, like I feel like no one really cares and you don't really know anyone, right? So it's like you can start over. I don't know, it was easier, wear nicer clothes and like put myself in like change, I guess you could say, after high school in my opinion. But yeah, that's how I've evolved. I am a Pokemon. Next question. Anime or manga that doesn't make you want to read, watch it even though it's loved by all. In my opinion, Darling in the Franxx. I actually tried watching it because I remember when it was still ongoing, it was like so popular all over Instagram and Twitter or whatever. Like everyone was talking about it. And I tried getting into it, but I don't know, I just couldn't. Like I couldn't get past the first episode. I didn't really like it that much. And I don't know if I'm ever gonna pick it up again. I don't know, we'll see. I know Robin watched it, I think. Next question. Do you have hobbies? Yes, I have hobbies. My hobbies is drawing. YouTube is a hobby, right? Making videos. I like making videos. Next question. Who are your favorite YouTubers and singers? Would be Chris Yu, Felix, PewDiePie, which is their content is both really different, but I really enjoyed those two YouTubers. They're like my favorite. Oh, and I also really like the animators, Jaden, Domix. Whenever they upload, I always have to watch it. Next question. If you could take 3 things to a stranded island, what would they be? Internet, iPad, electricity. So I can watch anime on the island. Next question. Why did you start YouTube? Love your videos and you're so beautiful. Oh, thank you. So I started YouTube all the way back in 2014 and all the way up until, I guess you could say, 2018 I did mainly vlogs and stuff like that and challenges and nothing really to cater towards an audience. It was more for like myself. I honestly was always a really quiet, shy person. A lot of my friends at the time were really like obsessed with YouTube and they were like making their own vlogs and stuff like that, and I was like, I want to do that too. And then YouTube, after I tried it out, kind of became a place where I just shared my ideas and stuff like that, because being a shy person, like, you don't really get to like express yourself, your words and stuff. Like, you don't really get to express your ideas as easily, but like in front of a camera it was always like a lot more easier. Literally alone in my room talking to a camera. If I was in a room full of people, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. Next question. How are you so beautiful? I don't know. How are you so beautiful? What the heck? Next question. What's your most favorite video you've ever filmed? I don't know, I like a lot of my videos. I have a huge playlist of my favorite videos. I don't really know what my favorite video is. My favorite type of video to film would be travel vlogs, because it's kind of like you live in the moment, you enjoy the filming and everything, and then editing, like, I really love editing. Editing vlogs is like my favorite thing, because it's always like really fun and different, I guess you could say, to like, you can play around with the editing a lot more with vlogs. I have a lot of travel vlogs on my channel. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave it in the description below. Next question. Next question. Stay forever in your country or never come back? I actually really love Canada. I love living here. I don't see myself permanently living anywhere else, because and I'm really thankful to be here, especially like, you know, comparing to the Philippines. Sometimes it can be really hard there, but if I were only to stay here like forever and never be able to go outside of the country, I would choose to go outside of the country, because honestly, like, I only ever traveled to the Philippines for a month and then to the US with my sister and my friends for a few days last year, and I feel like traveling, you can learn so much. The world is way too big for me just to stay in Canada, you know, although Canada's huge. Next question. Random fact about you. I was like illiterate up until grade 6. And then I had to take these like extra English classes, I guess you could say. So like, me and a bunch of random kids in my class were excused from French class twice a week. And we got to work with these volunteers from Costco, and they would help us with like English, reading, and like writing and stuff like that. I just always had a really hard time reading and like understanding. I was terrible at spelling. I spontaneously decided to read The Hunger Games because I think during that time The Hunger Games was like popular, and my teacher brought in the books from her house and was like, yeah guys, if you want to read this, here. So then I read it, even though I hated books, because, you know, like, if you're not good at something, you just like don't want to do it, right? But then I don't know what got into me, I just decided to read it. I love books now. Like, I always read. Like, I never knew how words can put like a movie in your head and like make you feel suspense, make you feel action, you know? Next question. Where did you hide the body? Check your closet, Marianne. Check your closet. Next question. What's your ethnicity? My ethnicity is Filipino. Both of my parents were from the Philippines. They came here in 1996 or 1997. Had my sister in 1998. Next question. What do you think is your best feature? You're cute, by the way. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Would be my hair. Everyone's like, how do you have time to straighten your hair every day? I'm like, girl, I was born with dead straight hair. Next question. Kiss, marry, or kill? Ging, Inuyasha, or Dazai? That is the easiest question. Kiss Ging, marry Inuyasha, and kill Dazai. I wouldn't marry Ging because he's gonna leave me to become a hunter. Marry Inuyasha because Inuyasha would take care of me. I would kill Dazai because if you watch Bungo Stray Dogs, you'll understand. Next question. Kiss, marry, kill. Hisoka, Dino, or orochimaru. If you guys know, everyone freaking simps over Hisoka, but I think he's disgusting. I'm sorry. Dino, like, I hated him in Banana Fish. He's just, another disgusting. And orochimaru, like, what are you? Freaking demon. I would say kill Dino because he is the worst human to ever exist in the fictional world. Orochimaru I would marry because like, you know, when you marry someone, you don't have to do anything with them. And I would just kiss hisoka. Next question. How old are you? I am currently 19 years old, turning 20 in November 7th. Next question. Where do I live? I live in Canada and I live in the Toronto area. I used to live in Scarborough, grew up there, born and raised in Scarborough. I moved to an area around the GTA. Next question. I'm a new viewer, hello, and wanted to ask if you watched or into K-dramas and what are your favorites. So I used to watch K-dramas a lot back in high school, but I haven't been watching any lately. The most recent one I actually watched was Crash Landing on You. My favorite are Pinocchio, W, The Two Worlds or something like that, W, Shopping King Louie. I really like Sun Into the Sun. Those are the only ones from the top of my head. Next question. What's on my iPhone? We can do a little what's on my iPhone tour, I guess. This is my lock screen. It is actually Kagome from Inuyasha the manga. So this is Rumiko Takahashi's work. I actually have a iPhone 11. Bought it myself or whatever. And then once we unlock my phone and everything, this is my home screen. It's really messy. It's kind of just everywhere, but it's like I know where everything is, you know? So my wallpaper is actually Edgy and Ash. This is obviously fan art. Really quickly, socials, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat. Don't really use Snapchat that often. Facebook, family stuff, Messenger, YouTube Studio, so like all my analytics and stuff like that. TikTok, and just random stuff. VLive, Webtoon, Manga Rock, I'm sorry. Crunchyroll, Weverse, Bytes, and then I also have Visco. I use Visco to edit all my pictures. Camera Connect, UDoodle. I used to use that before I got my iPad, but I used to use it to edit like doodle stuff on for pictures and stuff like that. Over is basically a really nice app for like Instagram stories and stuff like that. Clips, GarageBand. Num is actually a feed planning app, so just looks like this. And then you can like plan your feed and stuff. Maps and stuff. Presto, Transit, books, Goodreads and stuff like that. I always go on Goodreads. Translate, pages, shortcuts, files, docs, blah 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 blah. My games, I don't really play games that often. I should try geocaching. I've never tried it, but I always saw TikToks on it, so I thought it was cool. Health, I am unhealthy. Emails, I am behind on my emails. It intimidates me, okay? Ticketmaster, Weverse, and then Patreon, Bitmoji, blah 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 blah. My phone's really boring, so yeah, like I kind of just use it for businessy purposes and personal purposes or whatever. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Super long. I tried to answer as many as I can and talk as fast as I can without blabbering for too long, but I enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me because I tend to not really show myself, share like who I am. I feel like I should try to connect with you guys more on like a personal level. Mainly do like more structured type videos like hauls and anime reviews, so you can see my personality but like don't get to know who I am, you know? It's fun doing Q&As every now and then. That's my video and I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me and related maybe. Comment down below more things about me you want to know and maybe I'll just reply to your comment and answer. Make sure to follow my Instagram because it's where I usually ask my questions if you guys want your video or your question to be featured in a video. I had a lot of fun doing this video and I hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!